your drink.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? We need to make our intro a little longer, I think. Cuts off pretty suddenly, doesn't it?
So, yeah.
Sharing is caring. So before we do anything else, whip it out, folks, and give it to somebody else. That's what I'm going to do. Party time. Add followers. There we go. Ooh. Shared.
There you go.
Ashlee, you've changed.
That was a quick thing.
She's a whole different person now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our show. As you know, I'm your host, Back Zaggins, and I'm here with MaryLynn Bast, and we have Closer to the Veil with us. Normally, I'll wait a little bit, but I feel like with all the issues we just had, I think we're just going to go ahead and break into this early. We're just going to get it started right away, folks.
In other words, he's saying he needs a drink.
Yes. So I have to tell you, I had to go to first Spirits and Spirits. What do you have, Ashlee?
I have a high moon, a peach high
High
moon.
noon.
I have a peach white claw.
Ooh, ain't no laws when you're on the claws, baby.
And then I have my trusty fireball. Spirits to the spirits.
That is definitely better. Okay, so I had to go on a journey today. So the journey, folks, involved me trying to find alcohol. Turns out in Boulder City, it's difficult because I'm pretty sure the only like real liquor store in town is just a front for something else.
Oh no.
I'm not even kidding you. So I'm like, and then the Albertsons, which is where I normally go to get, liquor, they just have like generic stuff, nothing like great, and I like to browse and peruse and try new things. And now it's all locked up. So like, even if I like something, like I can't, like I'm a touchy-feely guy. I need to have it in my hands. I want to lick the bottle. Okay. What if it's scratch and sniff? I don't know. Okay. And now I'll never know because it's locked. So I'm a lot less likely to purchase it from that location now. They don't have good stuff. So, so I bought this, I got this bottle of this Toki Suntory, right? You can kind of see it there. It is awful. I mean, it is just absolute garbage, folks. So, God, it's like, I don't know. It's what I would imagine like just drinking turpentine would be like. Not great.
So is that the only thing
I gotta get to the
house? So
yeah,
Mike is
because
the only.
I've drank everything else.
It's
all gone, folks.
Everything at mine.
Exactly. So I was like, man, I gotta go buy some. So I went to two different stores that claimed to have liquor. One was literally just a mini mart, not a liquor store. And so I wound up having to go back to the one that is a liquor store, but I'm pretty sure so everything is all like revolves around pot now in that store, like everything, except for like this one shelf. No, it's all like pot and stuff. So they had like this one bottle of double oaked Woodford Reserve. So I got that. I was like, I guess I'll just take that. But it is better than this Toki. It's awful. You should try it.
That's
should try it.
I don't know. I think that's a no for me.
Yeah, I'll pass on that
Okay,
as well.
so closer to the Vale. You guys, or at least Ashley, I know you were just in Virginia City, right?
Yep. Jenna was there too.
We were there.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So
Whoa. Robert
we were-
Spears is having.
Say that again.
It was so exciting. We had a lot of fun.
We had a blast.
Is there a way you can get your mic closer to you guys?
Let's see. Was that better?
Yes,
Does that work?
but you're also closer to the mic, so. Okay, so we'll keep going. All right, so
Okay.
was that your first time in Virginia City?
It was my first time in Virginia City.
It was not mine. I've been there many times. I used to
Okay.
live in Las Vegas, so I made a lot of trips up there.
You live in Las Vegas?
Not anymore. About 6 years ago, I moved here, but I lived there for almost 20 years. 20 years.
You're in Arizona, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. What location did you guys visit this time?
We did the Washoe and then we did the cemetery.
Mhm.
I think a few people went over and did the,
Knights of Pythias.
yes.
And then we were told
Oh.
that the hotel that we stayed in was one of the most haunted, so we got the bonus of that.
Yes.
Nice. Which hotel did you stay in?
It was the Sugarloaf.
Oh, okay.
I was calling it the meatloaf, apparently.
The meatloaf.
Very nice.
It's a new twist.
Okay, so you did not do the Knights of Pythias?
No, we didn't. No, she
Oh
had
man.
sick. And so I did the Washoe.
Oh, okay.
So you did the Washoe twice?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh man, you should have done the Knights of Pythias, man. That place is creepy as hell.
Next time.
Yeah, next time.
Next time, Knights of Pythias is one of my favorites.
Lots of activity there.
That's cool. In all my times up there, that's one place I haven't been.
Okay. Did you get who did you get to see down there? Any celebs?
Yeah, we saw Shane Pittman and Dave Schrader.
Hold on. You saw TV Shane Pittman?
Yep.
We didn't just see them, we got to hang out with them. It was super cool.
Wow. I'm blown away right now. Continue.
Yeah, I think that's about. Who else was there? Janet?
Who else you said?
Oh,
Pittman?
Janice Silverstein was there. So-
Janice. I love Janice.
Yeah, she's great.
Sexiest old lady this side of the Mississippi.
Yep, she's got the blinging going on.
She does. And you said Dave Schrader was there, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I think that was actually Dave's first time to Virginia City, at least first time in a long time.
Okay. Yeah, I sat there in the cemetery with him. We were all ice cubes out there, and I was holding the Oculus and my phone, and he's all, "Are you okay?" And I'm all, "Uh-huh." And he goes, "Are you cold?" And I'm all, "Uh-huh."
I
He
agree.
goes back to the Washoe, and I'm all, "Uh-huh."
Yeah, that's the one thing with Virginia City, man. It is so flippin' cold. I wish they would do it like
Rose.
Yeah.
they need to do it in like June.
Yes.
Well, and this dumbass forgot to take a jacket or a coat,
Oh no.
and everything I took was long sleeve, so I was struggling to find
Short
something
sleeve. She had short sleeve.
Yeah.
All of her clothes were short sleeved, and I was all, "I told you it was gonna be cold," and she's all, "I totally forgot."
Oh,
And
I
that's the
think
show,
we
folks. And that's the show. They'll be back. They'll figure it out. They'll realize they're missing. Why don't you go ahead and just give them a little doodle hop? In the meantime, Heather. Oh, there they are. They're
There
back.
they are.
I think so.
Okay,
We
can you
lost
see
them
us?
for a minute.
We are frozen.
They're frozen in time.
No, we can hear you.
Do you have them on your phone?
They're trying to figure out ways to contact us.
So I just sent her a message on Facebook.
This is what happens when you're that close to the veil, folks.
Oh, they can hear us, but we can't see you.
Camera
We can see
issue.
you, but we can't hear you.
Oh, you can see us, but you can't hear us?
Check. Here's your
Now is the time. If anybody wants to talk some shit, now's the time to do it.
Oh, they left. So they'll
And
probably
now we're gone.
log back in.
They'll try to come in. We got Robert Ramirez in the chat. We're going to get to see him at the Booze on the Battleship.
Yes.
Same thing with Heather. I think, Heather, you're going to be there too, right?
Okay.
Go ahead and-
Yeah. Can you guys see us?
We can see
Yes.
you and hear you.
You were
Okay.
frozen in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you all went into black and then came back and we could hear you, but you couldn't see or hear us.
Yeah.
You were frozen much like we
The
were in
screen
Green
went black, not you guys. Cheesefish. Cheesefish. Have you guys ever had cheesefish?
Cheese fish?
Yeah.
No.
No? Oh man.
Actual fish?
It's a fish that has cheese. It's made with cheese.
That's a no for me. I hate fish.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
I
Heather,
would-
yes, just a little bit.
You what?
Heather was asking if I had cut my hair, and I told her yes, just a little bit.
Well, while you guys were in Virginia City, we were at Louisiana, Vermilionville, for the Cajun Country Paracon, and let me tell you, guys, it was an absolute blast.
I
What
bet
a what a
those
great-
two were the ones I was toggling over. Which one I should go to?
Well, I'm not saying you chose wrong.
But hey, Ron.
No, we love Virginia City too, man. That place is so epic.
Hey, Shane.
Yeah, it is.
I always join at the wrong time. You always do, my friend. You always do.
It's never
And
the wrong time.
there he is, TV Shane Pittman. You got to see him in Virginia City.
Hi, Shane.
I heard it was very cold there, buddy. Hopefully everybody brought jackets except for you, apparently.
I had like sweaters on, and I put like sweatpants over my pants, and I thought that would help. It did a little bit, but still froze.
So last time we had talked was on one of your live streams, but you were still wheeling around at that point.
Yeah, so I was like wheeling around for about 9 months?
Something like that.
Yeah, maybe even longer than that. Almost a
You were
year.
birthing a new Achilles.
Yes, so I was at work and turned to go use the restroom before I took my next client and just fell to the ground. I felt like somebody came up behind me and kicked me as hard as they possibly could. And I tried getting up because, I don't know, pain, it'll go away. So
Typically.
I thought. And so I stood up to try to walk and fell right back down to the floor. Tried to get up again, tried to walk again, and I did that all the way to the back. And I ended up going to the hospital, told them what happened, and they're like, "Yep, you ruptured your Achilles." Found a doctor.
So what were you doing for work? What was your next client?
I am a hairstylist. So
Okay, I thought maybe you like karate kicked people for a living or something.
you know, that would have made it worth it. At least I would have been doing something that would cause that, but I didn't.
So you're a hairstylist?
I am.
I always was like, man, her hair always looks freaking amazing.
Thanks.
And now I know why.
Now you know
I'm
why.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
Jenna
Now I know
Yeah.
that I know your secret now.
yeah. They told me that my foot would get better on its own, and then when they told me that I could take the walking boot off, I fell to the floor, and I ended up needing surgery, and so that set me back like another 8 months. So I was
Dang, so you
around for quite some time.
do you sometimes put your little scooter back on just because you feel like comfortable in it?
No, I actually was gonna take it with and roll down the hills.
Yes.
Roll down the hills with it, but
That would have been good with some of our late night shenanigans.
yeah. I didn't have much room in my car after we packed, and then I was like looking at the hills and thought that would have gone straight down.
Yeah. She would
I would have been back in the
she would have
hospital.
been a ghost too.
Christy, I didn't know that you were a hairstylist too. That's awesome. You can do Tom's hair. Okay, so did you come back with any swag from Virginia City?
Yeah.
Heck
What did you buy?
Me.
We came back with beacon beanies. I bought from Shane. I got a shirt from Michelle. Oh, and I got a little pendulum ghost in a bottle from Soul Circle.
Nice.
Very
Okay, sounds like you guys did pretty dang good.
We did.
We did.
Nice. I got to eat alligator.
Oh yeah, lots of crystals.
Oh, cool.
They have some really cool crystal shops there.
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
Sure you do, Ron. Sure you do. His would be easy to do. It probably would be. He doesn't have a lot. Yeah, I got to try alligator meat in Louisiana. Oh, and crawfish. Do you call it crawfish?
Okay, how was the alligator? Because I was gonna try it when I was there, but I'm not very adventurous, so I didn't.
Oh, that's easy. Swamp chicken.
So it tastes like chicken, just like everything else.
I told you.
No, swamp chicken. Like if a chicken lived entirely in the swamp.
So was it good?
Like I would probably just eat regular chicken if I had the choice.
Okay.
But if I did not have the choice, swamp chicken would definitely be a good alternative.
Okay.
And I did not try it.
I'm not an adventurous eater, but it seriously crossed my mind just because I was in New Orleans and hey, you should do what they do here. But I chickened out because I thought I'm going to spend all this money on it and then it's going to be gross and then I waste all my money.
Hey, Katie.
I definitely would have tried it.
And she did not sell crawfish on me when she was describing them, so I will never try them.
I like crawfish.
You do?
Yes.
So we call in English we call them crawdads.
Yes. A lot of my family lives in Idaho, and we'll go into the Teton River and pull all the crawfish out, and we'll do a crawfish boil up there.
That's really weird.
See, I'm allergic to seafood and anything the shellfish. So just watching people eat that, it's just like,
Really?
yeah, I can't.
Okay. The first time I tried it, I thought like the yellow stuff inside it was poop. And so we have like these family friends that are like, oh, just try it. And I'm about to eat shit. And they're like, no, it's not. Just try it. So I like tried it and I was like, it is pretty good. If it's shit, I'm eating shit. And I had to like block that out of my head. And then on the way to the baseball game, he like leaned forward and goes, "You did really good with that shit." And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah, when she's telling me about getting yellow gelatin stuff out of there.
It's not gelatin, it's like
it's a liver or some stupid.
Yeah, it's
Bleh.
like
And then she's talking about how you suck the head out. No, I'm done.
You
no.
suck it from the inside.
I don't care. It's a head. It has a brain. No. Mm-mm.
Well, not all heads have brains.
That is true.
So, okay. While you were there in Virginia City, because that's the most recent thing I know you guys have done, did you pick up any evidence? Did you see anything that intrigued you?
I always kind of see stuff, whether or not if it comes up on our footage or not. But I kept on seeing a really big figure in the wash now. And then
Pretty common.
you what?
Yeah, that's common.
Yeah, and we didn't really get any EVPs until like I started seeing like a little orb above Dave, and I was like, point the recorder up higher, and then we started getting some EVPs after that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
So
I had sleep paralysis the first time we were there.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I think the only other time, because I do get sleep paralysis, but I think the only other time I had gotten like anything on me, I had like a huge slap mark on my leg. But there, I had scratches on my wrist. I went to tell her that I had sleep paralysis and what happened. And I was like, it was like they were trying to pull my arm out. And I looked down at them all, I've got scratches on my arm. And I was like, that's like the second time that it's actually been physically harmed. I guess
Wow.
not that bad,
And
but
this was at the sweet loaf, right?
yeah, the meatloaf.
Sugar loaf.
Sugar loaf.
It is a sugar loaf.
Well, it's like a blue, isn't it blue or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
tiny little rooms.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it used to be like a jail or something.
Oh, really?
We never
I
looked
think-
at the history about it, so I don't know. They told us it was very haunted, so.
I was like, should I go to the closest Walmart and pick up some sheets and stuff? I don't even know if I should be laying in this bed.
Yeah, we haven't stayed at that one.
No. But
Yeah,
we did
you
see the
guys
Yellow
don't share
Jacket Mine.
Yeah, the Yellow Jacket Mine is definitely, you want to stay there next time.
Okay.
Yeah, that place is cool.
I stayed in the miners' cabin near there.
That's where we stayed.
One of the times I was there.
Yep.
That was cool.
So we have this show and one more show, and then it is Booze on the Battleship. Are you guys going to be there?
Ooh, that would be fun. I haven't like talked about it, but that would be fun.
It's in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
It is on the USS North Carolina, and we will have the ability to traverse pretty much this entire battleship, which is incredible. There will be vendors, lots of cool celebs, plus me.
And I will be doing the midnight gallery reading.
Yes. Wow, that's none of your business. Okay.
I guess we won't be there then.
It's coming up real soon. It's literally on the 26th.
Oh, we
So
will not
not
be
this,
there.
yeah, the next weekend. And so you said we have one more podcast. We're actually traveling that day, so we probably won't be able to do that podcast on the 23rd.
Yikes. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
it's late because we're traveling.
actually a Wild West that the Big Brothers are putting on.
And I've already let our guests know.
Good.
Yeah, I saw that. I will be out of
So do you guys have any more Paracons lined up that you want to go to this year?
We were just talking about the Wild West one, but she said she was going to be out of town. I know I'm headed to Salem pretty soon.
Salem, Washington?
You what?
Salem, Washington?
No, Massachusetts.
the good one.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's my bucket list location.
That makes way more sense.
Like, just pack me in your suitcase. I want to go.
There you go.
My big bag.
Yep.
Do you have a giant like duffel, like human-sized duffel bag?
I do.
She can fit in it.
I can fit in it
That's
and be
funny.
obsessed. Yes.
Whew.
I put little ghosts all over it.
She
Oh,
is-
nice. Wendy says,
Dave's
Jenna?
gonna be the pocket pixie over there. What did he say? Pixie or paranormal pixie?
Yeah.
did you say something about a pocket what?
Pixie.
Oh. I was like, Dave brought what? That makes
Like a fairy.
Not anything, Mike.
fair. We're all on the same page now.
Yes.
So I'm seeing the shelf behind you, and I saw in your bio you were talking about you own a crystal shop.
Yes. This is my crystal shop.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
Wait, that's an actual shop?
It's an actual shop. It's like
It's
in the
just
front
how
room.
much shelves?
You
Can I
what?
see the rest? Can we take a tour?
Yeah.
I want to
Like
see the rest.
Oh my God, you wait.
Yeah. Nice legs.
I don't know what you can see, what you can't see, you guys.
I can see some diamond sign. Oh, look at that.
The
Okay,
shelf.
that's cool.
Yep. And then
Stay out of
bracelet.
your pocket, right?
And then I have all of the
Look at this.
That's
Oh,
cool.
look at those
all of the
skulls.
towers. These are all my skulls. And then
Wow.
all my little free forms down there.
So how would somebody purchase?
That's what I was going to ask. Do you have a
So-
website or?
I usually do it on Facebook. I have Facebook. It's Summer Crystals, SOMMER.
Do you make the necklaces? I mean the bracelets?
No, I don't. I've actually thought about it. I have been doing wraps. I've been doing a lot of
Like freestyle?
yeah. Yeah.
I love that kind of wrapping.
Yeah, like it has like wraps all the way around. Just kidding. The words. No,
Yes, Lacey.
I
you're
have,
coming over.
you what?
Sorry, Lacey just asked if I was going to be over there on Sunday. We will be. Make a ham or don't. Red Robin.
Yeah.
So what's the website that they can go to buy the SOMMER crystals?
Facebook. You can look it up on Facebook. It's Summer Crystals. It's SOMMER Crystals. And you'll see like the picture of my shop. If anybody likes anything that they see on there, they can actually just message me. And I'll FaceTime you. I'll send you pictures. I'll send you videos, whatever you want, just to make sure that that is the crystal that you want.
Nice. And so what's the other stuff?
What other stuff? Like the pictures?
No, you said summer crystals.
Summer is the name of the business.
Oh, okay. Now I get it now.
So Mike, I'm the blonde, not you.
My bad. I thought just summer crystals, and then
Just Summer Crystals. No,
yeah,
actually,
okay, that makes
Summer is my maiden.
really.
So, yeah.
Isn't that like Norwegian or Finnish or something?
It's English.
Oh, English.
English version.
Right, A Midsummer's Place. Yeah, okay. Nice. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, there's like a little bit of a lag, so I just try not to get too far ahead of everybody.
His eyes.
Have you seen that show, A Midsummer's Place?
No.
Mhm.
I've seen Midsommar.
Okay.
Disgusting.
So it is a murder mystery,
Uh-huh.
but I want to say there's like 27 seasons,
Wow.
and it's all English. It's all in England.
Nice.
I highly recommend it.
I will.
Lindsay is saying that she needs a neon sign for her team like yours. Where'd you get your sign made?
On here,
Uh-huh.
got it off of Amazon.
Okay.
Yep. There's several different ones that you can choose from.
Oh, what up, dude?
Hey, Brian.
I can't remember which one we chose, but yeah, we got it off of Amazon. We get a lot of stuff off of Amazon, actually.
Yeah, I think we all do. It's like every time we go out on the front porch and there's always something there.
Yeah. Every time I go to her house.
Well, we have
That's why we left Vegas. I lived in Vegas. I live in Boulder City now, but we left Vegas because every time we'd open up our door, there was another homeless person. We can only fit so many, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of why we moved away.
Yeah,
That's why you started taking in pigeons instead of the homeless.
I did. Oh, but my last pigeon just died, so I'm pigeonless.
Oh, no. The one that couldn't walk?
Correct. Yes.
Oh,
So sad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yep. And I wasn't even there.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, we were in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Louisiana was a blast. We had so much fun. And now we got Booze on the Battleship. Brian Murray just came on from Brian and Rochelle. And they've got a show that's getting ready to come out on Beacon TV, and it's going to be amazing.
Yep.
It'll be a great look into like a true investigating show, and then what it's like to kind of cut loose in between. So I'm very excited for it. And Brian Murray's just an awesome dude, and Rochelle, I would have her babies. Like that's how gorgeous she
Very
is.
pretty, yes.
She is.
She's
Ridiculous.
really pretty.
So I'm really excited. And they're going to be at Booze on the Battleship as well. So anybody out there that has not gotten their tickets yet for Booze on the Battleship, I highly recommend you do so now while there's still some tickets left, because I don't think there's that many left.
I
So
was going to say, I think they're about to sell out, so you may want to jump on that.
yeah. And then after that, let's see here. What do we got? We got the Smoky Mountain
Bigfoot Festival, but on the Booze on the Battleship, we've actually created T-shirts that are specific for each one of the Paracons. So
Yes.
you can go onto our website and pre-order those, and they're pretty cool.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You have
We
something to show?
People
I
really like
think I
our
do.
shirts.
Well, this is the last one for the Cajun country, but I don't have a picture on here of the others yet.
Okay.
But
Fair.
this is kind of what it looks like. So let me see if
So, Jenna,
Yeah.
when did you have your first experience that absolutely scared the bejesus out of you?
I would say when I was in high school, I was laying in bed. I'm not sure if I was fully asleep, but I sensed a presence at the end of my bed.
Okay.
I was so scared, I wouldn't open my eyes. I was raised in a religious background, and so my first thought was, it's the devil. I don't want to see the devil. I'm going to close my eyes and pray hard till it goes away. And please don't take me with you. And it finally did go away.
Or you could just feel it, like it's aura.
I sensed it. I sensed someone standing there looking at me.
And so when you sent your bio over, you said something about you thought it might have been a friend that had committed suicide.
Yes, it was around that same time. I don't remember if it was at the time she first attempted it, because she did survive for quite a while, and then she ended up dying from that. So I'm not sure which time it was, but as an adult looking back, I do believe that it was her coming to say goodbye.
You bring up something really interesting right there. I'm kind of the belief that when you do something like that, you go into a coma, or you enter that type of state, like maybe where you try to commit, it doesn't kind of stick, and you kind of get stuck in that, or even for that matter, dementia. I feel like when something like that kicks in, do you think it's possible that the spirit, you essentially are able to disconnect from your body and move on? before the body is actually deceased.
I think so, yeah. And I think that's kind of where people get their near-death experiences from. Sometimes they end up back, and sometimes they choose to go.
Right. It's really interesting because I was thinking about that. I used to work in hospice, so I would see a lot of dementia and Alzheimer's patients. And it's really interesting watching their memory kind of degrade. And it made me think, well, maybe it's because they've already checked out. Maybe they've already left.
My father-in-law died from dementia 3 or 4 years ago. So, yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, like when that was going on, was there a point after his diagnosis that you just kind of felt like your dad was gone? Just
I think it was about the time that he got put in a assisted living. He went into a memory care facility, and it rapidly went downhill. He never forgot people, but he forgot a lot of other things, like where he was, where he lived, stuff like that.
I think to me, especially if you are familiar with my own theory as to what happens to us when we move on. To me, that kind of just solidifies that process that I've kind of conjectured up, I guess, that once you go, things just slowly start to fade, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe that's what it is. I think maybe somehow, with some patients, maybe they just get like disconnected. Like that's the best way I could put it. They just get booted, and they just can't reconnect. And it sucks.
Yeah, because their memory function isn't there. So
It just totally goes pew, like a battery. It's the craziest thing. Like all the residual spiritual energy just kind of leaves it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So what about you, Ashlee?
When was my first?
That you were like, holy mother of nipples.
Well, I think it would be when I was a kid.
Okay. That's weird that I would say nipples and you would go right to a kid. It's weird.
If
He was
you wanted
breastfeeding,
to know,
okay?
like, as an investigation, it was actually a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Marcy?
Yeah, we had gone to Tombstone, and
I want to go to Tombstone.
Yeah, I've never been.
Come, I'll take you.
It's amazing.
Marcy.
We need to be doing this too.
Right.
We went down into a location that had what they call the hole, and I had never been down there. I've investigated a lot in Tombstone. In fact, that was like the official first place I had investigated.
Really?
So did you say investigate a hole?
Yeah, so it was actually where they put the bodies.
Ah, okay.
Oh, like
Like a chute?
Yeah, it was like a little body chute.
She was thinking of a glory hole. We're from Vegas. Continue.
Sorry, I went there instead of you.
You're okay. You're okay. So I was handed a camcorder and a spirit box and a walkie-talkie and a flashlight, and they put me down there and they shut me in. So it was like this heavy wood piece. So I'm sitting on the stairs, and they had like a night vision camera down there, but they couldn't see me because I was sitting on the stairs. And really, really little. I could probably almost stand, but not really.
Tight quarters.
You what?
Very tight quarters.
Yeah.
Were you claustrophobic?
No, I am to a point, but like that didn't bother me. I noticed like the spirit box kept on saying, "Help me." And I just sat there on the stairs, really tiny little stairs. And I hear somebody up above me walk across the floor. And as I'm like watching all the dirt just like come down from the floor, I was like, ew, that's kind of creepy. And just as I say that, a blood curdling scream comes out of the spirit box. And then it was like a scream of help me. And that right there, I think I was kind of feeding off of that scream. And it like scared me just like within that instant. And my lights went out.
Oh no.
And I all of a sudden went, I don't even know how I'm getting out of here. Because
Wow.
And I sat there and I was like, well, I guess I could yell, but if the people that are on the spirit box were yelling, then how am I going to hear me do? You know, after I got my wits back, and like I started thinking about it, and I was like, probably not all the people that were put down there were passed. And
Possible. I mean, medicine wasn't exactly top notch back then.
you know, like they like felt for breathing and felt for a heart rate, and if either one of those were very faint, they would have been put down there.
Yeah.
You could have
And
just been super drunk.
yeah, and the first help me I got was a man, and it was very faint, so he probably was on his way. But I kept on seeing lantern light, like flashes in my head of like lantern light, and so I'm like, well, that's, you know, what they would be doing, you know, to go find whoever it was, their family member down there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that scared me.
That's pretty wild.
That's like the closest I think. Other time, it was like I was playing on my grandma's stairs, and like this old lady came out of nowhere and was like, "You shouldn't do that." And I
But
was
it
all,
was your grandma.
"Who are you? What are you doing in my grandma's house?"
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I will say that's really interesting that you bring up, like, it was very faint, so he probably wasn't quite dead, but was probably on his way. Honestly, back then, that probably happened a lot because,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a harsh reality. They probably were like, hey, this guy's going to die. There's really nothing we could do for him. I mean, he could sit here and just take up space, or we might as well just get a head start.
Stuck him in the hole.
Right? I mean, he's going there anyway.
Can you imagine though being buried alive?
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Only
why they
temporarily.
used to have bells, you know, like they would bury them, and if they were still alive, they had the bell to ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. But that was only prevalent for like a certain time period, though, right? Where they would
Right.
put the bell.
Yep. Yeah.
My guess is they didn't do that in the hole.
No. They kept, because it was so hot, they kept them down in the hole. It was kind of like the crypt, like kind
Like
of
in,
like
For
that.
cold.
But it was underneath the ground, and it was because it's a whole lot cooler under the ground than it is above ground. And I kept on seeing flashes of like bodies like lined up like against the wood, which also makes sense because wood does get cool in. Bless you. And so I kept on seeing like flashes in my mind of like bodies lined up against the wall.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
So
when
but
was-
like they would
Months ago.
keep those bodies there until like they started to stink. Because a lot of people would like their family members would just come up missing. It's not like all of our technology that we have today. And so they would go to the morgue to see if their family member was there.
Oh wow.
And so they would keep them as long as they possibly could, and they would toss the body.
And that's interesting too, because I assume if they like had admitted that, oh yeah, that's Bobby, you know, then they would have to pay for Bobby. So if they just were like, yep, no, don't know anybody here.
But they saw him, they left.
Yeah. You know?
So they just wanted to confirm. Only you, Mike.
Bobby's down in the morgue.
Right?
I'm
You
not
have to
ready
go home and be
for
like,
it.
hey guys, Bobby ain't coming back, but he left for milk and he is not returning.
He was down at the coffee shop.
Yeah,
This is now the coffee shop. It's now an espresso.
Oh, no.
yeah. He's having a shot or two.
Shop.
That's funny. Okay. That's pretty awesome, guys. So you got some pretty cool stories. So what's next for you?
We have a lot of ghost tours that are coming up. All through May is ghost tours. We're giving a bunch of ghost tours. We're actually going to be in Nevada. What is it?
I
It's
think
Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, Mother's Day weekend.
When is that? Anybody know?
May 11th is Mother's Day, so we'll be there
The night.
Friday. Yeah.
Hey, come see me.
Yes.
I'm in Boulder City, so I'm on the way.
Make it just Sunday.
Yeah, we were just there. We on our haunted road trip. We stopped at Zach's Museum for the finale.
And you didn't even.
You were at the,
Mike, we were out of town.
yeah.
That doesn't matter. Okay.
Well, you didn't tell us we're there.
If I knew that you guys were there, I would have called you guys. I really would have. I promise.
All right. I'm gonna let you off with a warning, miss.
Okay.
Duly noted.
I got off on a warning while I was in Virginia City too.
Hey, look at that.
Oh my god.
That was my ESPN.
So hey, I did find the shirts.
That was my ESPN kicking in. Look at that.
So
That's
that's
awesome.
Oh, I love that.
So for those who don't know, there is allegedly going to be an alien loose on the ship, and there will be several men in black attempting to find that alien. And you could be a part of that hunt, folks. And then, of course, we got the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot. I don't know why he looks like he's from an 80s Hall & Oates video, but he does. That was Cajun Country. Oh, and then if you got kiddos, maybe they're learning.
I've got 4.
We've got investigators in training now.
I do.
And, of course, with Screamy the Psychic Goat.
Just like it goes.
and then we have
And then Broadhead, so I don't know if you're familiar with Broadhead. That's going to be the Paranormal Rockdown. Broadhead Manor is in Wisconsin. It's about 40 minutes from Madison, Wisconsin, closer to Illinois. But that's going to be amazing. That's July 18th. And then after that, July 25th is the starting date for Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. Have you guys considered going to something like that?
I love Gettysburg.
I've only been there once, and it was Memorial Day weekend, so obviously, it was insane. But I'd love to go back, yeah.
I lived in Philadelphia for a while.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Well, it was about 3 years.
Oh, wow.
But
So-
I love Gettysburg.
Make sure that you get back there. Please do not forget Gettysburg.
spaghettis.
I actually want that shirt.
I know, right? Your Estes method is the bestest method.
Yeah.
Say that again?
Method is the bestest method.
Yes. Estes is the best. Actually, I did an Estes method in Eloise. Are you familiar with Eloise?
Uh-huh.
Eloise Asylum, just 2-3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. God, everything's kind of stuck together. I was in Michigan for the Paraventure, and the very next day, I was with Jenny Davis, Larry Eisler, and a couple others, and they had me do the Estes method in the bathtub. Are you familiar with the hydrotherapy tub there?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
It was intense. It was intense. I had such an incredible time there. And I then did the Estes method at the Vermilionville Village in the school, and it was amazing. So Cajun Country Paracon next year. Do we already know the dates?
I believe it was going to be the 11th, April 11th, I believe. Let me check really quick. But
So
we're going to be there.
Yes, we will be there, and also we will be at the Lone Star Paracon next year. That's the Kling Bros. They're not doing as much as they used to, so and they're only selling very limited tickets. I think like 40 total.
Yep.
So get your tickets to that while they still have some.
1 year.
Marcy says the 10th to the 12th. Say that again.
They will be here, the Wild West in Globe.
The Kling Bros will be. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Tell them, if you see them, tell Brad. Tell Brad we'll always have Whataburger.
Right?
Okay, so if you see Brad,
We got one down by our house.
you have one there?
Yeah.
There's none in Vegas, but he took us to a Whataburger at like 2 a.m.
Yep.
So he'll know what it means. Great guys. And it's so funny too, because they're so like rough and gruff. When you first meet them, they could be kind of intimidating, but once you get to know them, they're very well educated. They're very smart, very nice people.
Did they intimidate
And they
you?
actually have a good singing
You just want to give them
voice.
huggies.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true. He did.
Yep.
Yes. He does. What did he do? He did.
It was a Johnny
What's
Cash
that guy?
song.
What's that guy?
Johnny
Cash. Yes. So if you can get him to do karaoke, Johnny Cash.
Ashlee loves karaoke.
I love doing karaoke.
Oh, me too.
Nobody
I will do
wants-
just about anything karaoke.
She doesn't
What's your
sound
go-to?
bad. She does not sound bad. She can carry a tune, so
My
to me, that's
family
not
would say
bad.
otherwise, but
Ashley, what's your
Carry it, I
go-to
can't
song?
sing.
You what?
I said I can carry a tune, but I can't sing.
I think if you can carry a tune, you can sing.
What's your go-to song?
What's my go-to song? Probably Breathless from the Course.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that from the that was 90s, right?
Yep. Or I'll do, I mean, I think everybody does Shallow.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
Shallow.
What's Shallow?
She did Shallow with the DJ last time.
Okay.
Lady Gaga and Brandon Cooper.
Yes.
I've never heard it.
It's from the
They sang it at the Lone Star Paracon.
No idea. I completely missed it.
Well, you better get on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Good. Or just watch The Star is Born.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Oh, is that what it is?
You what?
I'm not a big Lady Gaga fan, so I was like, meh. And I don't think I ever bothered to watch it.
I don't think you have to be because she's pretty versatile. So
I hear she has a good poker face.
like normal
Her
person.
face.
Yeah, it's not her usual persona, and she can really. That girl can sing.
She's
So-
got a very big range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Versus Lizzo, who's just big. So that's good.
Apparently not anymore.
That's true. She's done a great job. I've seen her videos. She's done phenomenal.
Even though she's proud to be big, she's not big anymore.
Right. Yeah. She's done a great job. And I think that shows you, just do your best to get healthy, guys. Just stay healthy. Doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter your size. Just get healthy. As long as you're healthy and allows you to enjoy life longer, you feel like you're going to last longer, You feel better. You feel good about yourself. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Especially if you got kids. Ashley, you got kids, right?
Yeah, I've got 4.
Damn.
Yep.
Jenna, do you got kids?
I have 2, and they're grown, and now I moved on to grandkids. I have 2 grandkids.
What? MaryLynn's got like 19 kids. She's just popping them out.
I have 3 kids, and then we have 8 grandchildren.
Wow. I'm probably only going to get 2 and about 8 grandcats. So.
Nope. Well, all of the grandkids are 5 and under.
Oh,
Mine are 8 and 5.
Oh, wow.
that's a funny.
She just found them.
They're past 5 now.
You have grandkids too?
Dude, no.
Not yet.
You're talking about 90 songs.
Entering into that age bracket, but
I say you got to be younger than me because you're talking about the cores.
I don't know. How old are you?
I'm old. I'm old. That's all you need to know.
We had this discussion in Virginia City.
He's 42.
I am.
Gosh,
That's
Very-
old.
fairly younger than you.
But you are younger.
Yeah, fairly.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how can people find you guys?
Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram.
Facebook. We're kind of everywhere.
And it would just be closer to the Veil?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I think YouTube says closer to the Veil, paranormal investigations.
And you give ghost tours, right?
Yes, but we actually do that for a company,
Oh.
which is Haunted Rooms America.
Okay.
We need to make a trip to go see them.
Yeah, they're not too far. They're like 5 hours from me.
For real, come down. We'll take you to Tombstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm in Texas, so I can head that way, and then we'll just meet
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can go to Whataburger.
We can.
And good job, Lacey. I'm glad to see you're eating good.
All right. We have hit our mark.
Woo! So now that we've done that, is there anything you'd like to say? Any pearls of wisdom you would like to leave our audience?
Well, just love each other. There's a lot of hate out there. A lot of hate.
Especially in the
Yes.
paranormal world.
Yes.
You have no idea.
Be kind.
Yeah, be kind.
Please rewind.
Love each other. I don't know, be happy for each other. I mean, I know I've gotten love through the Estes box or the Estes method, I don't know how many times. And if that's what they're kind of trying to tell us, I think that we should try to tell everybody too.
Yep.
You
I think
know,
that's great.
there's a lot of hate out there, and show that you care. Even if you just smile at somebody, it makes them happy, and it also makes you happy too. I always try to hug people and tell them, make sure that they know that they're cared about. So
Absolutely. And I always say we have to find a way to make complimenting someone a regular thing again.
yes.
You know? I mean, it's sad when you go to compliment somebody and they're like, huh?
Yeah, or they're like they don't know what to say instead
Right.
of thank
Right.
you. You know?
Right. Accept the compliment. We have to be positive. We have to affirm each other. I totally agree.
And there's enough to go around. There's no reason. There's no competition.
You can't
Nobody
run,
asked you, MaryLynn. Okay?
can't run out of love.
Right. No, it's absolutely true. All right. Go ahead and play us out, folks.
Quick.